What's up, guys? The goal for this video is to get the 2JZ back into the Supra. Got to swap these oil pans over, do a couple other things, clean them up, make it look nice. So follow along, let's do it. All right, this is the 2JZ GE out of the Supra. It has a rear / mid sump on it. I had a 2JZ GTE in my Lexus IS300 out of an Aristo, and it had the front sump set up on it, so that's why I got to switch this over. The engine behind me is a 2JZ GTE out of a Toyota Aristo. It was originally in my Lexus IS300. The story behind that is I blew up the transmission in it, realized I really should buy a T56 Magnum if I wanted to do it right. That's going to be probably about $10,000. I always wanted a Toyota Supra, so I started looking for one, thinking that it was maybe a better idea to buy a Supra and put money into it versus the Lexus, where you basically are throwing your money away as far as like resale value goes. So I was able to find my Supra locally. The rest is history. I still have the Lexus. It's sitting right out of the camera shot. The plan is to take this 2JZ GE, put a VVTi head on it, single turbo, pretty much everything that's done to this, and put it back in my Lexus. The timeline for that though, it's probably quite a while. I need to find a transmission. Probably won't be using the W55 again. I'm thinking for the sake of money, I'll do an R154. But again, that's quite a ways down the road before I get to that point. This thing's only been stuck to the bottom of this for, what, 27 years? Should easily come off, right? I'm gonna try to leave the oil pickup in it. I don't know if that's feasible. If I get this tray out. I mean, it looks like I can. I'm not going to show too much of the actual cleaning of this. It's actually coming off pretty easy on the block, which I'm definitely happy about. I got the girdle and the pan and my parts washer. You have to be slightly careful. Well, I'm not going to say slightly. You should be really careful removing this on the engine block. You don't want to drop any down in there, obviously. But it's kind of boring stuff, so I'm not going to show a whole lot of it. All right, I got this thing pretty much cleaned up. I know it doesn't look the best on the outside, but it's just years of aluminum oxidation, so whatever. I'm gonna drill this out for the oil return for my turbo. Probably big enough. I'm gonna tap these holes. I believe they're M8 by 1.25 maybe. And put the studs in there. And this thing will be ready to go onto the engine. It's never fun setting something like this down, especially by yourself. Well, that wasn't too bad. I got it lined up like pretty quickly. One nice feature on the M12 Stubby from Milwaukee, and I'm not sponsored in any way, is there's a setting on here that basically as soon as the bolt sets, it stops, so you don't over tighten anything. Now it started to hammer on that one, but it generally does a pretty good job. I'm pulling the trigger and holding it, and it basically seats the bolt down and stops. Pretty awesome. Not super happy with how those bolts look, but I have to remind myself, and well, actually, how the whole pan looks, but I have to remind myself it's underneath the car, so nobody's gonna see it. It'll just be you and me who knows how bad it looks. All right, look at that. You put it in there the right way, goes in easy, easy. There we go. The girdle is installed along with the lower oil pan. I know I keep calling it a girdle. I think technically Toyota calls it like the upper oil pan. Kind of acts as a girdle though and helps strengthen up the 2JZ block. Next step is going to be flipping this thing back over and putting all of the timing components on it. Okay, now I'm going to put on the timing belt. Now I know some of you guys are looking at this tensioner and this belt and you're thinking, wow, why didn't he buy a new one? Well, I'll tell you why. This belt has 98,000 miles on it and it's good until 100,000 miles. So that's why I'm reusing it. No, not really. This belt has less than 2,500 miles on it, so I didn't see a reason to replace it. All right, hopefully it's on there right. This video is not a how to put a timing belt on your 2JZ because I'm not qualified to give that advice. All right, we're back to the old engine here, pulling the motor mounts off of it. Kind of a questionable thing, but they're basically $400 for new motor mounts. They seem fine, but they are 27 years old. I'll take the gamble. There it is. I think that was the easy part. The next video is going to be wiring up the AEM Infinity to this engine. That's really why I wanted to get this in here. Even though I might have to pull it back out for a couple things here and there, it allows me to start making the harness that I'm going to be doing from scratch. I've never done it before, so I'm expecting it's going to take a while, and I might have to make a couple adjustments here and there. So watch out for the next video. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that like button and the subscribe button. I see like 95% of my viewers aren't subscribed, so if you could subscribe, that'd be an awesome help. Thank you for watching.